These are the list of orders. So this new series is actually going to be about my small home baking business that I started recently. Oh, I forgot I'm using this, so I don't have to talk too loud. Hello! I haven't sat and vlogged like this in a few months now, probably since the beginning of the year. So feeling a little bit out of place and nervous, but bear with me because I wanted to start you guys off with a little intro today to this new series that I want to bring to the channel. It's actually going to be about my small home baking business that I started recently around January of this year. So it's been about 8 months coming so far. I've definitely learned so much through this journey. I didn't really do too much research before going into this. Honestly, everything happened pretty fast. That's why I haven't had much time to vlog much lately. Since I'm spending so much time doing this home baking now, I thought it's a good idea to share with you guys the process that I went through, what I learned, what didn't work, what worked, just little bits of things that maybe some of you guys who are interested in doing this or just want to know what it's like behind the scenes. So I know this channel normally is my travel journey and whatnot, but I'm not going to always be traveling. I need to work and save up money to travel, but I want to continue vlogging and uploading content for you guys on this channel and keep it growing. So I'm gonna incorporate my baking business because that's gonna be something that I will be dedicating a majority of my time outside of my normal job at home. And it'll be a good opportunity for me to share with you guys everything that I do along the way. I don't want to bore you guys anymore. I will actually go ahead and start the video when I came back from my Asia trip, then show you guys the rest of my Korea slash Hawaii layover vlog. Stay tuned for all of it or skip to it, whatever you like to do. See you guys there. So this was the second day after I got back from the Asia trip. I slept for 8 hours the first day from jet lag, and then I unpacked the next morning. This trip was over a month long, so I definitely missed home and was so glad to be back in my own bed. Right after coming back, I had already planned a couple big sales, so I restocked the ingredients after doing a quick inventory check. One of them was a Mother's Day weekend sale, so I actually got flowers to gift the mothers, but basically gave one to each person that came
just
by.
so I can get some fresh morning sunlight because it's looking a little droopy since it was so gloomy yesterday.
These are the list of orders, and I'm gonna pre-pack some of them. Let's see. Oh, baby. I'm really only pre-packing the ones that seem like it's gonna be more complicated later. So the ones that order individual cookies, I'm gonna pack those. Matcha brownie, ube, tea, salted miso, sweet and savory rice cracker. This is my new favorite Rice Krispie, furikake. I feel like I haven't sat in at this spot and filmed to the camera in so long. I miss y'all. Oh. So this was when I was still in Korea during the last bit of my trip, and I wanted to hit up every spot that was on my list before I left. One of them was their salted bread, and this spot caught my eye the most, probably because of their tangerine tree. But I feel like their bread was a bit too salty and buttery for my liking, so not my favorite spot. Afterwards, I came to the Myeongdong area to go shop at Olive Young, as usual. I think I went to Olive Young at least over 10 times during this trip, which is bizarre, but it's okay. My skin will appreciate it. So for this part of the Korea trip, I was traveling solo, and all the food spots I went to, I had to try and devour everything myself. That was definitely the hardest part out of everything. This egg toast sandwich was highly recommended by another YouTuber. I did enjoy it a lot, but I think the one that stood out even more than that one was the Hotteok that was at the end of this street market. This market isn't that well known. It's a little more further out and less touristy. And she was so sweet. She was telling me about her story, how she came from the Philippines to Korea and met her husband, got married and settled here, and they actually took over this Hotteok spot from another elderly man just a couple years ago. Also, travel tip, make sure you bring cash in order to fill up your T-Money card. Since I was staying at an Airbnb, I actually did a couple of takeout orders while I was here to bring home and eat. I will happily keep this bottle forever. This is actually a mudfish soup. I got it because I heard it's actually really good for the body and stamina. I got it with abalone and it was delicious. Finished it myself easily. It was the perfect comfort meal for one person, and I appreciated that they sat me in a corner spot where I didn't have to face anyone. Alright, one of the last food spots of this Korea trip. I traveled over an hour and a half out just for this meal because the first time I came here, they weren't open. And the spot is really well known for their Tangsuyuk. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but the fried crispy pork with sweet and sour sauce, and their Jjajangmyeon. I guarantee you, if you're a big foodie and you just want some very traditional, authentic, but basic dishes in Korea, you have to check out this spot. And then on my last day here in Korea, I had a later flight, so I made another couple stops in the morning before heading out. And I'll list all the spots in the description below. Personally, I think on this last day, the spot that stood out the most was the morning coffee with the foam top, and the shrimp burger was pretty good. It might have not been the best meal for a rainy day. And the corn dessert, it was, in my opinion, sort of overhyped. I think my expectation for it was like level 1000, and it didn't meet that level basically. And then this was me landing in Honolulu, Hawaii for the first time ever. It was a short layover, but I still got to experience quite a bit of stuff. I went to this Thai restaurant that was pretty highly recommended close to Honolulu Airport. And then afterwards, I went to get the donuts that everyone talks about. The donuts were not my favorite part at all. Not that special. And I went to a supermarket. I forgot the name of the supermarket. I'll link it down below if I remember. But they do sell a ton of poke. And I got a couple different flavors and brought it to the beach to eat right before heading back to the airport. So I hope you guys enjoyed the rest of this vlog, and Stay tuned for more to come, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.